Manalishi, a Muscle Hill millionaire. Green Manalishi, a prolific son of the legendary 2009 Horse of the Year and the sport's leading sire for the past 5 years. Green Manalishi unleashed his venom early and often throughout a major league career. A natural money machine who quickly developed into a relentless, long-striding Grand Circuit star. A $500,000 winning freshman, Green Manalishi dominated the William Wellwood Memorial.
Green Manalishi, second on the outside, smart as hill, then Okeanos in between. The William Wellwood Memorial Final, a piece of cake for Green Manalishi.
Oh, he's special. He trots beautiful. He acts like an 8-year-old out there. He loves his work, and Marcus and the crew's done a great job with him, so he makes me look really good out there.
Green Manalishi continued to add to his wow factor, taking a mark of 150 3/5 in an elimination for the $1 million Hambletonian, and went wire to wire in the Canadian Trotting Classic. Green Manalishi, an instant professional and successful son of Muscle Hill. Get in on the ground floor and head to the penthouse with your own green machine. I can't miss Green Manalishi. Green Manalishi, standing at Tara Hills Stud in Ontario.
Welcome to the 82nd Annual Standardbred Horse Sales Company Yearling Auction. I'm Heather Vitale for a harness racing update at the Maryland State Fairgrounds for day one, when a group of gorgeous four-legged youngsters enter the sales ring. This Tuesday kicked off the annual sale of hundreds of yearlings that included plenty of first crop sires to choose from, something everyone gets excited about. But it also marked the last time we would see youngsters enter the ring by the great Some Beach Somewhere. I feel like this is a real end of an era, and everybody realizes how much you loved this horse. So as far as this sale is concerned, how important is it and how emotional are you?
I think it's going to be very bittersweet because I think we'll be happy with the results. Some of them are very, very nice, but it is the end of an era, and he was a very special horse. He was a great horse, a great stallion. If he would have lived, there's no doubt in my mind he would have went down as the best pacing sire ever. And these are the very last 12. And it might not hit me so much this year, but next year when we don't have any beach yearlings, and like we're weaning next week and we're not going to have any beach foals, it's sad. Like it's just sad not to have them anymore. But we have nice ones, and I'm excited to have them because it was a pleasant surprise because, as I mentioned in the article this morning, we didn't even know we had these straws. So these straws were actually test straws from every batch that were held back for quality control. And I didn't even remember that they kept 2 straws from every lot frozen for quality control. And they emailed me in the spring and they said, you know, we have these straws that we kept for quality control. So these foals are just a blessing. The fact that we have them is amazing.
Oh my gosh, I know a lot of people are really grateful for that. Oh, that's so cool. So, you know, I go back sometimes on YouTube and I'll watch his races, and what he did on the racetrack, I mean, it's mind-boggling. And then he goes on and he becomes this great sire. I think it's fair to say that he really changed the game, right, in the breeding shed.
I think he changed the game, and I think you're right. You're spot on. He's one of those rare horses that could parlay greatness on the racetrack because, again, I think he's one of the greatest horses I've ever seen. Maybe the greatest horse I've seen in my life, and he parlayed that into greatness in the breeding shed, and he's left his mark. I mean, Captain Treacherous is just off to a great start as a stallion, and his brood mares are going to be great mares, and some of them already are. And yes, he did, in the short span that he had to work with, he did change the breed. And it's just mind-boggling to me to think what he would have done if he had his full career. He should have had another 10 years. It's very sad how short his life was cut. I mean, he was 12. He should have lived to his 20s, and that's really, it's sad. The industry lost so much when they lost him.
You know, you're so fortunate, though, because you had, a bond with him. I mean, you had a bond with him. And so, on a personal note, do you have a favorite Some Beach story?
Yes, I do, actually. So when he came, when we were training him to breed, he did not want to mount the Phantom, the dummy mare. So for the first breeding season, we let him mount a live mare, and he was very gentle, so that was fine. But the second breeding season, I said, we're going to train this horse to mount a phantom, because it's always a little dangerous, because you don't know how the mare is going to respond, and I didn't want him to get hurt. So, we still couldn't get him done, and for some reason, I couldn't collect him one day, so I had someone else try it, and without being too graphic, sometimes when they're ready to mount, you can put the artificial vagina on them and put them next to the phantom, and they'll mount. Most horses will do that because that's their stimulus to mount something. And he just laid himself down really, really gently, and he just laid there like that was his response. It was the weirdest thing I saw. He just said, "I'm going to lay down and just lay here until you guys leave me alone." So he was a nice horse, but it was certainly his world, and we were living in it. Like it was the beach way or it was no way. And you know what? We did train him to the phantom, and he was once we got him trained, he was fine, but he wasn't one of these horses that you could outsmart or you could make him do what he didn't want to do. Like I said, it was Beach's world. We were fortunate enough to live in his world.
Before we move forward, I just want to say a quick thank you to Green Manalishi and his supporters for sponsoring these harness racing update videos from Timonium. Green Manalishi is standing at Tara Hill Stud in Ontario in 2021, so thank you for your generous support. How excited are you about having Green Manalishi at the farm?
We're very excited. We started this about 3 years ago when Sabine came to the farm to check it out and I think scope out the farm and make sure, we had the facilities that we always show in our pictures and everything like that. So, and it kind of went on from there. Robert Lindstrom was gave us a big hand in putting together the deal, and I haven't met Anders yet, but we've spoken on the phone, and I think we get along. I think we get along pretty good. We have some of the same interests, but I think he's way smarter than I am. So.
Anders is so great and so great for the business, absolutely. Now, what about the mares that will be bred to Green Manalishi? I mean, anybody giving you a call and saying, I have to be with this stud?
I think the Canadians are we're a little bit slower, a little bit more. Everybody kind of waits till we get through Harrisburg, and then everybody will start looking at how they're going to book their mares and things like that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm down here, just to talk to everybody but I think from our Facebook page and from people texting and everything like that, everybody was really happy to see that we were getting a horse of that caliber.
Well, I'm really happy that you guys are sponsoring these videos. So thanks for giving me a job for the week. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Now let's talk about a few horses who lit up the board, and it was a Hanover palooza on day one, as Hanover Shoe Farms had a huge day. And that's an understatement. Number 9, Peyton Hanover, kicked off the action early with a $400,000 price. The Muscle Hill filly out of Pennies from Above was signed by Jeff Snyder and 4 Friends of New York. Hip number 101, Frozen Hanover, a full brother to Filibuster Hanover, brought $325,000. The son of Some Beach Somewhere was purchased by Determination of Canada. And 2 more big sellers were signed by the same gentleman. Number 86, Delilah Hanover, is a Muscle Hill filly out of Danielle Hanover, and she was sold for $440,000. Hip number 93, Energetic Hanover, a Captain Treacherous colt, went for $325,000, and he is the first foal out of Eloquent Grace. Both Delilah Hanover and Energetic Hanover were bought by Dave McDuffie. What is happening? Are you spending Poppy Rob Hanover stud money already that you're getting in?
I haven't gotten any yet.
You're just waiting for it to come. You're spending it before you have it.
Yes, that's true, but that's the story of my life.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So that was incredible in there. So I'm sitting right in front of you when the Muscle Hill filly comes up, and you pay $440 for her. So what did you like about Delilah Hanover?
I loved her. I spent a lot of time down in Hanover looking a few weeks ago, and she was my overwhelming choice.
So you have a trotting filly, and then you got a pacing colt, a Captain Treacherous. So you got it all. So what did you like about Energetic Hanover?
Well, you know what? I looked at in Kentucky, and I looked at every pacing colt I could here, and he was the one I liked the most.
So you got two big ones. Anything else? Or more than two?
I've got a band full already, so I don't think I need too many more.
You're not coming back for day two?
I'll be here, but I'm going to tie my hands behind my back.
The day one session grossed $12.8 million and averaged $83,000, with Hanover grossing $6.8 million and averaging nearly $94,000. The gavel has fallen on opening day here at Timonium, and we have only just begun. I'll be here all week bringing you the action from the sale. But for complete coverage, you'll want to check out harnessracingupdate.com. I'm Heather Vitale. Thanks for watching.